Don't you love when people reverse a few feet and then forget to take their car out of reverse? And then they back up and then realize it. Oh, Jesus. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and in today's video I'm going to answer the question so many of you have already asked me in the comment section and sent me many direct messages on Instagram, which is it time to sell my car? Should I sell my car? And you've given me so many examples. You know, if you've got an older Scat Pack or a older Hellcat, should you sell it now and buy a new one? You're in a lease, you've got payments left. I'm gonna address all those questions right now, and I think at the end of this you'll know what to do. But first, we got this underpass. Woo-hoo-hoo. Love how this thing sounds. Roll that intro!
I love you, what to do now? Only problem is I love you, what to do? You got me bound, make my world spin round. I love you, what to do now? Cause the problem is I love you.
Alright, so we're going to do something a little different in today's video. I am going to multitask. I'm going to share with you how to get the most money for your car and figure out whether or not it's time to sell it while I'm tinting the taillights on my Scat Pack. But first, we've got to wash this thing. What's up, man? Hand wash, please.
Yes, sir. How you doing? Good?
Good, it's hot.
I love you, what to do now? Do now, cause the problem is I love you.
A few moments later.
She is done. Look at how beautiful she looks. Woo, all clean. But those taillights need to be tinted rapidly. Cover that up there. One more time. Alright, so before we talk about whether you should sell your car or not and how to get the most for your car in this market right now, I bought the version 2 of the Lux Auto Concepts taillight tint for 2015 and up Dodge Chargers and decided not to use it. So we're going to give this away. This version goes all the way across the back of the Dodge Charger, and you have to remove your Dodge emblems. I don't want to remove those yet. It may happen down the road, and if it does, I'll buy another set of these, but I'm going to give these away. But how you win this is go to my Instagram, follow me, and when I post this giveaway, comment and let me know that you saw this video, and I will pick a winner. And I will ship this out to you free of charge for you to put on your Dodge Charger. Because the version 1, which is a little bit cheaper, that one's about 50 bucks I think with shipping and everything. This one's around 30 or so. This is just the tint for these two white lights right here. This area actually right here on the back of the car. Definitely a lot easier to install and should go pretty quick. So let's go ahead and do that while we're talking about whether you should sell your car or not. Alright, so what I love about Lux is they send you everything you need in the box. You get the microfiber cloth, you get the cleaning solution, you get the squeegee, and of course the tint. And it's already pre-cut, perfectly fit for the Dodge Charger. They also make this for the Challenger as well, and it's fairly easy to install. So obviously the first thing you want to do is clean these lights, and then we're going to go ahead and grab that tint. So we'll start with the inside first, and while I'm doing this, because it's so simple, literally you don't have to think about it, let's talk about whether you should sell your car or not. So many of you have been commenting on my videos or asking me after you saw me sell my Hellcat Red Eye. Very sad, very depressing, but brilliant financial move because it's still sitting on the lot for $95,000, not going anywhere. And I'm sure someone will buy it, but not for $95,000. And again, if you end up buying it, definitely let me know, and I'll give you all the speakers and stuff that I created for that car. But nonetheless, I believe I made a very wise decision in getting out of that car when I did. And a lot of you are sitting in similar situations as I was, where maybe you rolled a little negative into your car 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, and you knew you were going to be upside down in it, and you were married to that car for a while. And you probably did a 60 or 72 month purchase, or you did a 3-year lease. So you're sitting in a situation where you feel like you absent this amazing market right now, you would be upside down in that car. And that's not fun to be in because you're kind of trapped in that car. And if you want to buy a new car, then you've got to roll negative or come up with a huge down payment just to buy yourself out. In this market, you don't have to do that. There's great opportunity right now to get up from underneath your car. Thing is number one problem you're going to have is what are you going to drive once you get rid of it? So you could buy a bicycle. That's not going to get you anywhere. So you're going to have to go buy another car. And the problem is the cars we love, these Dodge variants, the Challenger and Chargers, the prices are through the ceiling and they're marked up like crazy. And there's all kinds of commotion out there to get them. And now the 2022s are coming, so there's going to be issues there. So bottom line is it's not practical to make this decision right now unless you can come up with a good strategy. So let's talk about that. First, put this sucker on here right now. No bubbles. Pop that thing up. Roll that around. And one of the greatest tools ever invented next to the hairdryer is a heat gun. But you got to be careful with this thing because there is actual statistics that prove that there are more injuries to Chevy Camaro owners than almost any other tool in the toolbox. So be careful with this thing because it does get hot. And just heat it up a little bit so that everything just gets nice and sticky and in place, and it'll shrink just a little bit. And you are good to go. All right, so let me get this out of the way. If you have a second car, and that second car is one of your Dodge Chargers or Challengers, or you have a commuter car or a car you can live without right now and then come back later on and replace it, sell it. Sell it right now. It's very simple. Go get top dollar for the car. And I'll tell you how to do that. Very easy. Go to vroom.com. I'll put it on the screen. Carvana.com. Go to carmax.com. And I think it's shift.com. And whatever other .coms you can go to that they will give you an offer right there online without even having to go into their store to find out what they'll pay you, for the car. So it's really easy. You just put your VIN number in on their website, answer a few questions, and they kick back an offer to you pretty quickly. Now, if you have a Hellcat, in some cases, some of these guys won't give you an offer because they consider it a unique, special car, and they want to see the car, or they want to follow up and set an appointment with you to ask more questions, which is fine. But nonetheless, with most cars, put the VIN number in. They're going to give you an offer there, and you're going to literally probably get 4 separate offers. I know when I was selling my Hellcat, I got offers from $75,000, $76,000 to $78,000 all over the place with these websites as far as the prices they were offering, and I was able to kind of break down that I knew I could get, a certain amount for my car. That was going to happen, and I felt comfortable with that. What I didn't know is who I was going to sell it to and if I could push that price up. So what I found was that I couldn't really push the price up with, whoops, okay, this happens, a little crease. I couldn't really push the price up with any of those online car buyers, but you can push the price up with AutoNation or any of these auto mall type dealers that are looking to buy cars. So my recommendation is to go and find out how much you can get online for your car. And once you do that from these other places, go drive the auto malls and look for the banners that say, "We will buy your car, we will pay you cash for your car." And then go in there and show them the offers that you got and ask them to beat those offers. So that's what I did. That's how I got a great price for my Hellcat Red Eye, because CarMax was at $75,000, Carvana was a little less, and Vroom was right in that range too. But when I went into AutoNation and the Auto Mall, I was able to show them those offers, and they offered to beat those offers, which was awesome. And then they don't play like CarMax. They give you like, make the decision now, or the deal's off the table. So you got to be ready to play that game with these auto mall guys. But nonetheless, I was able to get them because I didn't have another car and I wanted to find another car to give me a couple, like 3 days. And then after that, they said, okay, we'll give you another week. And then I screwed around a little bit longer and I ended up giving them a $1,000 discount when I sold them the car for me messing around and having all those emotional issues getting rid of the car. So go shopping. Look at that. It's perfect. I mean, it takes a little bit of jostling, but came out great. But nonetheless, using those offers from the online sites to leverage an in-person offer yielded me a record price. So use those websites as leverage. Don't just go walking in. Because they asked me at AutoNation, what is the best offer you got? Now I also went, and here's a strategy, went to the Dodge website and then did a search for Hellcats. And then when I found some standing inventory Hellcats, you can do this with Scat Packs. Heck, you can go look for a GT, look for an SXT. It doesn't matter what you look for on their website. When you get there and you click find standing inventory or look for existing vehicles, there's going to be a button to click to find out how much they would give you for your trade. Now on the Dodge website, they give you this ridiculous offer. So the offer I got was, I think, $81,000 or something like that. But it's not a real offer because when I went to the Dodge dealership, they looked at me like, we're not giving you that much. But I was able to print that all out also and take that to AutoNation. So I showed them all the offers and they said, we'll give you 80. So I ended up taking 79 a few weeks later. So use the online websites to leverage a higher price for you. But what if you're leasing your car right now and you're 2.5 years into it and you've got 6 months left in your payments? Well, this is really important because I've had a few people ask me this question, and when I sent them back to do a little bit of research, they came back and said, oh my gosh, I have a bunch of cash coming to me. And here's why. When you lease a car, let's say for 36 months, if you keep that car for 30 months, you still have 6 payments left, and let's say your payments are $800 a month, you might be looking at close to, I don't know, whatever the math is, $5,000 of payments you'd have to pay to exit that lease. So you're trapped in that lease and you can't go buy a new car yet. You found an opportunity somewhere to buy a car, or you're looking at this crazy market wondering, well, how can you benefit from it if you're in a lease? Well, here's how. You can simply call your finance company, generally it's probably Chrysler, and ask them, what would it take to buy my car from you right now, to pay it off and own that car, to take it off of the lease and I get to keep that car. What's that payoff amount? And they will give you a number. That's how it works with these leases. They'll give you a number. I never realized that until maybe 2 or 3 leases ago, that there's an actual payoff amount halfway through the lease or at any point during the lease where you ask them how much and they'll give you a number and you can buy that car. It's your car. So I had a friend of mine ask me the other day, he's watching this video I'm sure right now, and forgive me for using your story, but it's too good of a story and this would apply to any car. So his daughter had a 2019 Toyota Corolla, owed about $12,000 on it when he called and asked how much do we owe, how much to own that car today, but had 6 more payments. And at first he was thinking, well, how do I get out of this lease? We got 6 more payments. And I said, well, what's the math on this thing based on the payments? It was going to be about $1,300 or $1,400 to turn that car back in because his daughter wanted to get a RAV4. So I said, go get the payoff, what it would cost to just buy the car out, right out, to just pay it off and own it. So he did. He came back and he said it's like 13 grand or something. I'm like 12 or 13 grand. Nonetheless, it was a very reasonable amount. Now, a year ago, that car was probably worth 12 or 13 grand. In a normal market, that car is probably worth maybe $10,000 to $12,000. So they, in their mind, it's like there's no way they can get out of that car right now without paying the payments, but she wants this new car. What does she do? So I said, now go to Vroom, go to Carvana, go to CarMax, go to Shift, go to all the online sites, plug in the VIN number, answer the questions, and get your offers. I'm going to bet you, based on what I see for sale right now, just by Googling to buy one of those used cars, it's going to come in around $16,000 to $17,000. And the cars are going on the market somewhere between $18,000 to $22,000. That car has 39,000 miles, meaning it's probably rounding, heading outside the warranty. It was one of these Dodges, 36,000 miles, it's out of warranty. The bumper-to-bumper warranty. So it makes sense to get rid of that car right now if you can get out of it and not have to pay anything. And it really makes sense if she can cash in and get some money. So he went and did the research, set him up with the AutoNation guy, and he came back after doing the research, came back and said, wow, I'm feeling a little greedy, I want to get 20 grand. And based on the offers he's getting on these sites, it looks like they're probably going to get close to 20 grand for that car, meaning in a situation where normally she would have to pay to get out of that car, she's able to sell that car outright to a dealership and collect, I don't know, $7,000, $8,000 in her pocket to put down on the new car. Now here's the good news. She's buying a RAV4, so they may not negotiate off that the sticker price very much, but when you're putting $8,000 down, you're still going into that car totally good. You're totally good even if the market corrects, because you'll have $8,000 in equity in that car per se. Of course, you have to pay taxes and everything else, but you're still in a great position because you leverage the market to get out of the car. Rather than paying the lease payments or letting some dealer offer you what you owe, and then you leave feeling like you got a good deal when you could have gotten more money for the car. So on a lease, make sure you find out what that payoff is, and then figure out, based on all the sites' offers, how much you could sell that car for to a dealership outright and how much cash you can put in your pocket, and then use that as your down payment on your next car. So if you've got a Scat Pack or a Hellcat and you're in a lease, you may be in a really strong equity position just by buying that car out and being able to take that cash and putting it down on another car if you can find the other car, which I will kind of end with this, is you've got to do some searching. You've got to be willing to stretch a little bit to go find that car. I drove to St. Louis, Missouri from Orange County, California. Actually, I flew there and I drove this car back to get a car for under sticker price right now, where in California they were going for $10,000 to $15,000 over. So you may have to work a little hard to find the car. Certainly, I think it's October 6th or so, you can order a 2022, but again, you're going to be without a car, so you've got to do some searching. If it's your second car, if it's not your primary driver, cash in, take the money, wait, order your new car, pay sticker for it, take the down payment from the equity you have in your existing car and put it down. Now, if you have no equity, but you can unravel a negative, like I could do, like I was able to do in my Hellcat, then you get to, start all over fresh with a new car when that time comes. For me, the Hellcat was an extra car. I was able to pull that off. Again, those of you where it's not an extra car, you don't have that opportunity right now because you need something to drive. But if you can borrow a car, or you have an extra car, or you can ride a skateboard, whatever you can do to cash in right now, do it. But your situation, everyone's situation is different. If you call your bank, find out what you owe, whether it's on a lease or it's your purchase, and then you find out that there's a bunch of cash sitting there on the sidelines that you can take from selling that car right now, it may make sense to do it, and then wait a little bit and then buy another car at sticker price and still be in an equity position because you're putting all that money down. Everyone's circumstance is different, but do the research, do the extra work in getting all the other offers for the car, and remember, you can always private party the car. I don't do that. It's a nightmare. The last few times I put cars on Facebook Marketplace, I got every clown in the world wanting to come drive my cars and make me stupid offers, so I just as soon get a little strategic and get the dealers and all the cash buyers out there negotiating against each other and get top dollar for my car. But if you want to private party it, go for it. You can get a lot of money for it. You're in good shape. Bottom line is, my answer to all of you is, if you can sell your car right now, sell that thing, and then come back to fight another day in a much stronger financial position. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for watching my videos. The taillight came out great. I'm going to knock out the other side, show you what it looks like, and we'll end this video. Take care, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, be respectful. Remember, I don't know everything. I'm just sharing my experiences and what I've been learning through this crazy car market. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye. All right, so what do you think? I think it looks great. Like $30. Change the look of the back of the car. 10 minutes worth of work.